Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Victory at Sea Pacific episode number 24, and this is the big one. So we are on the verge, we'll be doing it right now, of launching a major assault, a major wave of fighters and bombers against an enemy carrier task force. So we already sank one, and by the way, I haven't read the comments from last video. It hasn't gone out yet. In fact, I'm actually recording this right on the tail end of the last one. Hopefully I have time to get a full video in, but I think it was okay to launch that bomber, but I don't think it's okay for me to use the bombing, especially against a non-moving target. So that's my house rule. I basically can hear the cries, the outrage, and I like if I was watching a series and it was happening like this, it's like it kind of removes some of the fun. I want to see a little bit of chance to miss. I don't want everything. That's one of my biggest complaints, is the fact that it's too easy to hit things in this game. So obviously we're going to do our best to avoid making the series less interesting, and it's more fun for me when we don't have to deal with those kind of things. Now, I think what I'm going to do is launch 8 from one and 6 from the other. And after those get airborne, I'm going to launch 4 from one and 6 from the other. So 8 and 6, and then 4 and 6. So it'll be 12 flights total for each. We'll only be putting up 10 total bomber wings, but we'll be putting up 14 fighter wings, which they also have bombs. We're not planning to use them that way. So we'll see how this goes. This is going to be a little bit of trial and error here. Anyways, the first fighter wings are actually getting into launching from the carrier deck now. We're moving to face north into the wind. It would be kind of fun to watch these things happen, but I'm a little bit worried about having any kind of bugs from going into the tactical map. This is actually, it's happening. Now, the bad news about launching the fighters first is that the bombers are actually going to be well behind. So we actually have to start getting them ready. Okay. But I think that's going to be an acceptable consequence of this. And we actually have plenty of bombers standing by after this. So I feel very comfortable with this decision. The number of fighters and bombers and all that. I remember one of the carriers we're fighting did take a couple of close hits from one of my previous B-24s. Do you actually have... you have plenty of fuel. Just don't even resupply there. There's no point. So long as you have... And actually, let's get you to general... this is not really general quarters, but to typical combat crew distribution. Maybe we can get an extra knot. How much does that cost us morale-wise? Yeah, enough that I don't want to do it. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. And you know what? I don't want to focus too much on this. I have fighters in the air. So there's our 24 fighters. And now the bombers should be taken off. Oh, we still have two more fighters leaving from that group. You know what? Let's risk it. I'm going to go in. I just want to see all the... Whoa, okay, we're bugged out for a moment. But there it is. They're loading in. I want to see all these in the sky. Oh, look at this. So many. It looks like... What? Oh, okay, we did bug out. Now, unfortunately, I think this actually does count as a spotting unit, sadly. That means the Japanese have now detected us. A little bit annoying, but that's okay. We are sending so many fighters up in the air that hopefully it won't. Let's see if they start launching stuff as in response to that spotter. And if they do, we know that yes, they were. I think I did bug things out a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah, we have some people doing some weird stuff. So next time, note to self, don't use the tactical map. It's really unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Okay, and we're going to break this. Actually, I think I might just leave them as is. So we have 24 here and 28 there. That's good. These guys are in formation. One note was the fact that maybe the combat is going very poorly for me because my fighters are not high enough and like the zeros are diving onto them. I don't think that that's the way the combat works. I believe it's just they get into combat and then there's like essentially it would be nice if it worked that way, but I suspect the programming is done. This is kind of like gaming the game, but it is the way we should think about a game. We're playing not real reality where such things are modeled. That would be an ideal, like an amazing ideal. But it's not, right? And we have to take into account how the game actually works. I don't think that those things are modeled. However, to kind of test it out in this little run, we can try to get our fighters up to, maybe like 5,000 meters. And I think that's above the cruising height. I imagine that's above the height that the zeros are going to be moving about at. We should be getting to them as they're coming off the carrier, which means that we should be getting to them. We should be at a huge height altitude advantage. All right, well, let's go ahead and move up in speed. And what's going on here? Why are you guys going slow? What the heck is going on? Oh, it's because they're climbing, I think. Okay, so this is a good note. Somebody also mentioned that I shouldn't have people climb. Wait, no? Yeah, okay, good. Somebody also mentioned that I shouldn't have the bombers climb right away because it slows them down. And that is apparently very, very true. Question, do they increase their speed when they go down? No. But these guys aren't increasing their speed going up. So I guess it doesn't. Okay, so we have now debunked that. They don't do that. And they didn't launch at me, by the way. They didn't launch any bombers at my carrier fleet, so it looks like we're okay. That spotter did not detect us. All right, well, we're going in. 6,000, really high altitude on the first. What's going on here? Lost one somehow. Not really sure what's going on. Did he just return or? Oh my god. So our damn it, our dive bombers, what? One was destroyed? I wonder if they're modeling in the fact that you can like, what the hell's going on? We're like losing them left and right. I don't know. Stay on target. Not really sure what's going on. Why are we have so many of these dropping off? Okay, let me go. Let's just try to do this from this screen. It might be better. Everything looks fine here. Oh yeah, they're down at 20. Okay, so let's bring them up to like 4,500, let's say. Let me go over here. Get this wing to form up. And get you guys to climb maybe to 5,100. Let's go back to here and just give an attack order on that. No, not just you, your entire squadron. And Fox Squadron as well, give this attack order to. Great. And I guess since we didn't really launch the way I wanted to, what we'll do is send a, so why, I don't know what happened here. I guess we'll just send everybody else in a second wave. So that was that the Lexington? That was. Okay, so everyone else means just two. Yeah, just two from the Saratoga. This will be the mop-up crew, but really, just in case any carriers get, we don't kill all the carriers or whatever. So it's it's the early morning. This actually feels realistic, like we launched right at dawn. Right as soon as we could, which is what they did at Midway. Both task forces were deploying immediately when they spotted. They couldn't leave at night, so they basically left. I think the Japanese left earlier. So I don't know why, but I have that in my mind that they left immediately. Maybe, I mean, I could be getting confused with the Battle of Coral Sea or some other one. Alright, so our first flight of Wildcats is almost to target, and they're at a good height. Bring them down to 4,700. Still don't think that this plays a role. I'm just imagining that adding that kind of mechanics might be a little bit overkill for the programmers, or they might see it that way. So I don't know if they've done that. We'll find out. Well, actually, we won't find out. We'll just see if it appears to help our chances of successfully engaging the zeros. All right. So we're coming up on target, and these do have bombs. I mean, I said I was not going to manually launch the bombs. I could do that for the fighters. The damage is not enough to really make a difference. This is another thing. If fighters really got into combat, they wouldn't. First of all, they wouldn't take bombs with them. Ah, yes. Here we go. So we will begin our engagements. Okay, engaged. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Maybe there is something to the height. God, could it be that simple? Or is it the odds? Okay, that engagement, I think that engagement just went well for us. Okay, let's go ahead and climb. Let's continue to climb. Don't not climb. Breaking off. It looks like we have one on the tail. Oh my gosh! This is going. I don't know what is going on. Suddenly we're winning these engagements that we weren't winning before. Okay, let's. These two will be in a different formation now because they're going home. This other group, we do not want them to lose height. No, move. Gain height. It's been working. What? I don't know what's going on. Could it be something so simple as just making sure we don't let them dive on us? Which is true. I mean, it's absolutely true that the height is speed and is a huge advantage. I mean, I've played flight sims and I've never really managed to use it very successfully, but this is, in theory... Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, it's just a glitch or something. And we're almost over target now. Wow, interesting. Pete, we don't really care about those. You can tell what I'm trying to do. Why not, right? Let's have some fun with it. I think these guys are moving. At least I see what appears to be awake. Yeah, that's going to be a miss, but that's fine. Good, so they don't have any bombs left. We didn't want them to have bombs to begin with. And yeah, oh my gosh. So that means that we've made it to target. Might as well go after... Why can't we intercept that? I don't know, I guess we just patrol over the target while the... Oh my god, look at the waves coming in. Alright, let's start assigning targets then. So, the priority... Number one priority is... the uninjured... Shikoku. No, that's the injured one, right? No, the... Shikaku is not injured. Okay, so this is going to be our target. And the two other dive bombers, actually what I probably need to do, like 2 dive bombers is not a whole lot. They're coming in second. Attack the Soryu. But I don't think 2 is really what I want to do. I may... Shikaku... Alright, let's go for it. Yeah, Soryu then. I guess I'm going to split this group up. We're going to take 2 off. And these 2 are going to dive bomb... Yeah, they're going to dive bomb the Soryu as well. And that's what we'll do. Then the second... Oh, these guys are incoming. Whenever I see rejoin formation, I'm just going to click it incessantly. Oh, these guys are being engaged. Go to them! Go to them! Oh, what the heck? It bugged out. Damn it, anyhow. Okay, you guys go home. I don't know what happened with you, but just get out of there. Don't know what happened. Oh no! They all with us! Son of a... That's a bummer. Oh gosh. That's a big bummer. Climb! Oh my god, climb! Climb. Okay, abort, abort, abort. That is really crummy. Get up quickly. Good thing that these guys have extra range. So we have a chance to sort this all out in time. I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, they were under the they were under the sea. They took damage for being under the water. Hooray! I don't know why that happened. So it must be some way, something about the... Wait. What the hell happened here? Okay, let me try to sort this out real fast. I know this is going to be good. We just need to get everyone into the fight. Okay, good. Now I just need to make sure I manually click this group. Okay, where are you? Okay, that's you. I must have been clicking the wrong one. Give you guys a movement order and get you up into the air. Alright, alright. We'll just manually control the groups from here. I think it'll be okay. Where's the fighter escorts? Hello, fighter escorts. They're going back home. Alright, well, I'm going to let them. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the bum. But I think we're okay to just do the general attack now. Okay, so all these groups are now together. That's kind of the nice thing. And you, this group, also move just beyond them. So what we want to do, though, is who has the most fuel? It is Fox Squadron, I think. It's about the same. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it as Fox Squadron. I'm gonna have these guys peel off, and they're gonna wait to see their. Well, no, actually, they're all here. I'll just get them to attack together now. So we'll have 4 attack one and 4 attack the other. So perfect. You guys are not climbing as much as I want you to. Oh, you are. Okay. And 191 is their, I think, the fastest speed the Dauntless goes. Well, 200 maybe. I think they're 200. Yeah, 222. These guys are climbing and at a higher speed. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, so just move at here. Let's go to these guys. These guys are going to be the ones to attack the Shikaku. And both of the other ones are going to be the ones to attack the... What was it, the Hiryu? I don't know. The Hiryu's already gone. remember. Can't remember the other one. Okay, those are the 2 destroyers coming in. Shikaku, and where is she? The Soryu. Hear you, Soryu, it's all the same to me. Okay, so let's give the general attack orders then. You're leading by a little bit too much, so I'm going to have you kind of pair up a little bit more. I want you to actually climb a little bit more. But you will be attacking the Shikaku. Okay. So, where are you guys at? Fox, good. All right. I think we're coordinating pretty well. The reason why I'm not combining these two is because they're from two different aircraft carriers. I'm not going to mix the 2 squadrons. Well, I'm going to switch it up now. These guys are going to be the ones to attack the Soryu just because I want to do the attack pretty much all at the same time. So let's get these guys to attack the Soryu, and then the other 2 will attack Shikaku. So that we're kind of coordinating. Alright, and in we go. We have supposedly another round of Dauntlesses behind here. I'm seeing one by itself. Like, what? I don't understand why they're not able to launch effectively, but these guys are very well synced. The ones who are in front are slightly higher, so they might all just drive at the same time. And then obviously we have a squadron who are diving exactly all together. So, here we go. Flak is starting. Took a hit. Slow it down to 1x for this. We are definitely taking hits. Oh man, it's brutal. I'm not regretting at all the B-24 launches. Who will even get through? Here we go. It looks like we're on target. Come on, guys, get those bombs off. Couple hits. Oh my gosh! Is that... Did we sink her? I think we sunk her. The second wave coming in probably faced a little bit lighter flak because of the concentration on the first group. And here's the Soryu. Bombs away, bombs away. Oh my gosh, we got her too. Scratch 2 Japanese flat tops. And that is, and I feel great about this, where we did it by the book. Gonna let them flee as soon as they can. We don't know if anybody will survive from the escape process, trying to fly out from the middle of the fleet. Oh man, this second wave definitely not going to make it. Looks like maybe one Dauntless might survive. No, not a single survivor. So the entire, all of them were gunned down. Every single one. But the result is exactly what we were hoping for. We have sunk both of the Japanese aircraft carriers. Okay, so now what we really probably ought to do is recall every ship, or every aircraft. We're going to start moving towards them. We're going to recall all our aircraft. And I want to launch... Okay, wait. Not you, though. You guys are fine. You keep going. Wait, does that mean that I actually got off? Yeah, this group of 3 dive bombers is just not... It's not what I want. So... This is... Wow... I guess it's fine. We'll leave them. We don't have to worry about fighters anymore, right? So all the fighters should come back. Okay. Now we just need to start sinking the peripheral ships. We just do, I want to do this piecemeal, so we do, try to minimize the number of dive bomber losses we take. And I think this is a good justification for switching to the Helldivers because I believe that they are slightly tougher. Let's take a look. We have the Dauntless here. Dogfight strength -1 and bomb 3 to 18. Let's go to the Helldiver. Yeah, tough +1 armor, which is going to help. I think that might be... Yeah, but we'll be switching to the Helldiver for everyone everywhere then. They have about the same range as the Wildcat, which is what was limiting the Dauntless in this case anyway. So there's no point in using the longer range Dauntless if we don't... They need fighter support, so... Yeah. So very, well, I mean, I should be like euphoric. The results, we don't actually have any results because nobody survived. But once the second wave of dive bombers shows up, they can radio in that the first group has, there's two, the wreckage will sink pretty quickly in this game, but in real life there'd probably be a lot of crew in the water, a lot of rescue attempts going on, probably big oil slicks. I think that there would be some indication of wreckage if, I mean, that's if the carriers even sank that quickly. Some of them probably wouldn't even sink that quickly. And you'd still be able to see, okay, there we saw the bottom, the keel of a very large ship we assume was an aircraft carrier sunk by the previous wave. So they got the job done. I think that again, something I've been saying for a while, I think I may even mod the game to tweak the accuracy of both the dive bombers and maybe, yeah, but the dive bombers, and on top of that, the AA, though. I mean, the first and foremost, the AA is it's just so good. It's impossible to do anything in the face of such AA. All right, so give this order to climb. Same for the other Dauntless. Have to be a little bit careful about moving around the map too much because, as we've seen, it does cause some issues. So I will not try to use the tactical map again unless I'm moving exactly back to that same group of aircraft. But we can let them advance forward at higher speed. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything else which is going on. Like, excuse me, we don't know where this cruiser is now. A little bit too dangerous to get it with submarines considering it has 2 destroyers. The Northamptons are moving to Wake Island as we were hoping. Versag is moving to its destination. These guys are, I mean, reportedly going to make it to Tarawa, where they will find a full replenishment for them, which is fantastic. Okay, so we're back to this guy. 4 destroyers, 1 heavy cruiser, and 1 battle cruiser. So the lone dive bomber group, I feel like they should not come in first. What's their... Yeah, they have plenty of fuel, so we're gonna have them circle around until this group attacks. This group probably going to attack the battle cruiser, the Hiei. Hiei. I don't know. I know that I even looked up the pronunciation at some point, but it's lost to me now. Yeah. So once we get close enough to just scout them, we'll just stay on the perimeter menacingly and wait for the other aircraft to come in. And hopefully these guys are going to be landing all the meanwhile to clear up my sidebar here. I guess I can hide this squadron. I can hide them. That's going to help actually quite a lot. Okay, good. So these guys weren't going to make it all the way to the target. Let's give them that corrective order. I guess we can move them slightly towards the Japanese fleet. And one of these is already damaged. In fact, 2 of them are damaged. How did that happen? This is fresh out of port. Huh. Still not exactly sure what's going on with all that, but alright, well they've switched their formation back up. Looks like a Hamikaze is actually taking some damage. I don't know how that happened. Alright, let's see what we should do about this. 4 is probably going to be enough. So maybe we'll set 2 and this other one on the heavy cruiser. Okay, let's do it. So these 2 will break off into their own formation. They'll go after the Chikuma. You guys are going after the Hiei. And you will only once these guys get closer, you will also go after the Chikuma. speed up a little bit. Good, that should be good. Okay, good. All right, we're in formation. So this bomber essentially entered the formation with them. And here we go. Let's focus on the first squadron, the more important one, who are going after the remaining enemy battleship, or battlecruiser. Here we go. Preparing to dive. I wish that we could actually zoom the camera up a little, like look more vertically from the ground. It'd be kind of fun to watch more from the Hiei's perspective. Oh gosh. Oh. It's not good. Lead was taken out there. Oh wow, we're still losing aircraft. So I guess the aircraft carriers themselves were not adding too much. Of the anti-aircraft crew, we're still taking tons of damage. Bombs away. Wow, look at that damage. She's gonna survive. Amazing. Shrapnel, turbine damage, fuel system ruptured. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. So hopefully these guys are climbing away. They are. And the Chikuma? Oh, I do not think she's going to survive. I kind of want to check her out before she goes down. I mean, look at her. You can see her AA guns mounted vertical. I mean, shooting vertically. Interesting ship. Is she, I don't know, is she a Nyoko? Oh! Missed with the other one. Wait, do we have one more coming down? We do! Oh, they missed. Okay, well, that was exciting. I'm gonna tell this one to move away this way so that she can hopefully survive. We want somebody to survive. See, I do believe that my way of moving them out, like not back through the middle of the fleet, is effective. Although this one does not look like she's gonna get away, so maybe it isn't. I'm not sure exactly how they target. Is anybody gonna get away? Oh, we only have 3. There's only 3 left. Holy cow, man. 2 left, make that. Come on. Come on. Oh, I think we're gonna have... Oh, we're down to just 1. Oh, God. Please. Get away. Somebody needs to live. Oh my gosh. 1 survivor. Wow, what a horror story. To be the only surviving pilot. So it's a very, very black day for the American pilots. We know that much. It has been just an absolute massacre. But on the other hand, they've done their job. Okay, so 1 dive bomber is all that we have left. I believe I might start weighing these ships more heavily towards the dive bombers. Just because we see that I'm left with a lot of fighters who are not going to allow me to complete my mission here. I guess I can try to launch the Wildcats as level bombers and just do level bombing with them. We've crippled this fleet. That's the good news. But the bad news is we only have 1 dive bomber left. It's kind of silly. And I guess that 1 dive bomber... I mean, we can't... Yeah. Not really sure how we're going to deal with this. We have 1 dive bomber. Literally 1 dive bomber is the entirety of what we had. So, I mean, the advice I was getting was that we should stack up our aircraft carriers with nothing but fighters, but I don't think that that's going to be my way of playing, and I think that in this situation, if we had not done that, we would be a lot better off. So, anyways, we have 240 war bonds, so we're getting money for this, and really what we need to do is shut down the Japanese economy by doing the other things I was mentioning, like taking over some of their islands. Let's take back Wake Island. Let's take back Ellis Island. I mean, not even take it back, but let's take these islands. I prefer to take Japanese held islands because then the income swing is twice what taking a neutral island is. Maybe we can take back Komodorsky. I mean, this group is up here, right? So maybe they can move to Attu, repair, and then move over to Komodorsky. In fact, maybe Attu is a reasonable candidate for upgrading. We don't have enough war bonds to go around for things like that. It'd be nice. It's a fun story to talk about, but I don't think we're going to be able to get to that ever. So, okay, so Midway should be mid. Johnston Island is currently high. I think we'll switch that to mid. And these are all mid, which is good. I mean, frankly, this convoy did not bring me as much as I was thinking it would. Still has a lot of bombs, a lot of torpedoes, a lot of aerial torpedoes, depth charges, depth bomb, aviation fuel, a lot of those things, but those aren't necessary for. I guess we might as well just deliver any available supplies that we have here to Johnston Island, and it's on the way back to Pearl Harbor pretty much. So let's do that, and we can take control of any of the other convoys we see out here. So they are delivering a lot of fuel. Ooh, a lot of aviation fuel as well. So maybe this one should just be routed directly to Marshall Islands. Although it's not upgraded and it won't be for another 9 days. Okay, so I just can imagine being this one lone dive bomber returning. Can you imagine what a lonely voyage that would be? Like, you're both elated because you can see that both the carriers are sunk. You've done very heavy damage to both the battlecruiser and the heavy cruiser. Yet, the downside, of course, is that you are the only survivor out of, how many did we have? 20? 8, 16. So 16 plus 16 is 32. Is that possible? Yeah. Holy cow. Out of 16 flights, so that's a total of 48 dive bombers. We sent 48 dive bombers and all but one were destroyed. 47 of the 48 were destroyed. Only one is going to make it back. Almost seems like completely foolish to send this in to attack the battlecruisers. I'm actually trying to figure out in this moment. In fact, I'll just pause here because we'll figure it out off camera. I don't know what to do. I may even just send this guy right back to Midway or right over. I mean, we can replenish, I believe, our fighters at these bases if we want. And I absolutely am going to switch out some of the fighters for more dive bombers. Because, yeah, I mean, it's going to help. I think it'll pay dividends on top of dividends. My thinking here is that if you can send a few extra dive bombers out, you might end up sinking more ships, and then you face less AAA fire when you're leaving the target. So it feels like it's an exponential growth. If you send like 2 dive bombers in, they're dead for sure. 10, maybe one gets out. But if you send like 16, maybe all of them get out because they sink every target. So with that in mind, yeah, I think we're going to end up weighing a little bit more on the dive bomber side, especially with the Helldivers, which can be both torpedo bombers or dive bombers. I don't see a downside. And we'll get them all switched out so that we can have that +1 toughness as well. Hopefully we have a few more survivors. The Dauntlesses were just massacred. But a successful episode nonetheless. So until the next one, thanks for watching and take care.